tale still told in this otherwise peaceful town. Some houses destroyed, but there is still good real estate to be found. Study windows, reception to reception, situated in the catchment of the best schools. Grab of searches for bad water, ignorant of the imminent slaughter. A tower in the north, bells tolling from inside. It proves too much for a barbarian to abide. A goblin torn in two, a door kicked from its hinge. I was not there, but must assume this is the work of Quinch. When goblin flees, our heroes ire. What fate will he meet on Dice and Desire?
Unless you need me for any more information, or I could just go. Sorry, do you want me to go?
Take your friend with you.
Yeah.
Dabov says.
I can't do that.
Well, technically, take your friends with you, plural.
It's too soon for that.
I wave him. Krill sort of waves him off in a very friendly manner. Bye.
Does someone want to follow him?
As soon as he goes out of the door, Dweezil's just standing at that door. Dweezil attempts to trip him.
Let the old leg out.
Yeah.
You attempt to trip him?
I do, yeah.
Can I get... Ooh, what would that be? Dexterity?
What would that be? Give you a dex check if you'd like a dex check. 11.
I got a 6 plus 2, so I got an 8. So yeah, as Beedo is exiting the temple, you sort of just stick your leg out. He can't see you. You're sort of just hidden round the wall or the other door, and he doesn't see the leg just sticking out, and he just falls and falls straight onto his face.
Just onto his face.
Yeah, straight forward, straight down into his face planted, and he's like, ah!
Straight onto his back, arm round his neck. I've put him in a rear naked chokehold.
Naked?
Yeah, more to kind of grapple and subdue him rather than to try and choke him out.
And you just suddenly hear, not again.
I've got my weight on top of him, just to kind of subdue him.
Rock.
And I just say to him, "How many more goblins are in this town?"
I can't talk.
I'll loosen my grip slightly and say, talk now, goblin friend. How many more goblins are in this town?
Hang on, let me count.
Pulls out a map.
In this brief pause, Dabov has walked out. It's like, geez, I go in one room and there's a goblin and a half. Come out and they're having a naked cuddle. What is going on? I leave people alone for 5 minutes, and Jesus Christ.
Krill sort of can see through the door that's been kicked open, and he's like, "Let go of my friend!"
If I had to quickly estimate based on a very quick estimation of the situation without wanting to waste too much time, I'd probably say there's 9, including me.
So I hauled the goblin up to his feet, got him by the scruff of the neck, and I just say, shout, tell them all to come out. In almost like the words to a Tears for Fears song, which it probably was. Shout, tell them all to come out. And
Can you make him sing it?
Just manipulating him from behind.
Whilst this is happening, Quinch would like to investigate the room with the bell in to see if there's anything he can pick up to go along with his teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that first, then, shall we? Seeing as you're still in that room, can you? Can you? Roll me an investigation check, please.
Investigation in process. Ooh, 18 plus 1 for 19.
19. Okay, so searching the room, which includes the dead goblin, you find on the dead goblin a sack.
Split in two.
Which who's that? A sack which holds 3 empty vials that could be used to contain holy water
Or bath water.
or bath water. In this case, they were used for holy water, but
Same thing,
the
really.
goblin actually drank them. And also an unlocked wooden pour box containing 37 copper pieces and 15 silver pieces. You also find a second sack, which
It's the other half of the first.
Beedo's sack, because he hasn't taken it, which contains 3 blocks of incense, which are worth approximately 5 gold pieces each. A silver holy symbol of Miliki. I don't think that's not how it's said, I'm sure. Meillikki. So probably Miliki, which probably is probably even worse. There's me hoping that's the better version. Which is shaped like a unicorn's head and worth approximately 25 gold pieces. And, oh, brilliant, some stolen and worthless personal effects. Michael, can you please roll me a percentile dice?
And the other one, or just the percentile?
Yeah, both. Yeah.
So that time it's 36.
36. So go with your bag of teeth, you get a vest with 100 tiny pockets. That can't be right. A vest with 100 tiny pockets.
Is that like one of those like fisherman's vests?
I guess so, but that seems... I mean, it's basically...
You can hold a die in each of them, and that's it.
Probably not even that, a ball bearing in each individual...
So it's a suicide vest. Oh, this game's got dark.
Oh! Fucking hell.
I feel like the luckiest dragonborn human in the world. I'm going to take one of these blocks of incense that I found and rub it on my horns to make my horns smell like incense. And I'm going to...
Are you taking a bubble bath?
Sometimes dragonborn humans need to spoil themselves after another day.
Quid's been hard at work all week.
And I confess this rope is actually quite nice. I'm going to pick a little bit of the thread. So Quinch picks a little bit of the thread of the rope and makes a necklace with the Miliki unicorn head on, and he puts that around his neck.
Krill's naturally a bit uncomfortable in Quinch's presence, so he just sort of leaves. And he comes outside, sees the guys wrestling naked, and he's like,
We're not naked. We're not
you
naked.
said naked grapple. I'm taking
He's still
your
wearing a
word.
thong.
Krill sort of looks at Greg. He looks at Dabov, and he sort of
Dabov
just gives him
shrugs.
this look of, who are these people that we've ran into? One that likes to rub incense on his horns, and the other one that likes to rub his horn on a goblin. Like,
On people.
yeah.
I mean, Gregomel's just outside sleeping, so if you want to wake him up, do so.
Quinch walks outside looking happy as Larry and says, I have rubbed my horn, Miliki.
Oh, so he's gone back to just being an oath again then, yeah?
Yes.
That's it,
It's
yeah.
fine.
The cleaner he is, the more stupid he becomes.
You
He's
can
gone
cut
over
this
the
bit
gap
out,
yard,
but I
getting nice and
mean,
dirty.
yeah, you can cut this bit out. But I thought, like, Krill was like, oh, do you know what I'll do to make my character quite unique? I'll give him a split personality. And MJ's like, I'm fucking having that.
No, I think that's just MJ. Right. So coming back to Dweezil's request. So you've basically said to Beedo that to shout for his colleagues and to sort of essentially to bring them out, I assume. Or...
Yeah, just Dweezil says to him, tell your friends to come out, and your friends will come to no harm, and you will come to no harm.
Okay.
We probably should wake Greg up.
Are you sure?
Am I sure that I want your friends to come out, or am I sure that no harm will come to you?
I'm just saying, you sure you want me to shout?
I'm absolutely sure, my friend. Please shout for your friends.
Wait, sorry, I've only just joined. What's happening?
And as you say, I'm sure, a small sort of smirk appears on his face and went, okay, everybody come out.
That sounded a bit more sexual than it was supposed to.
Sometimes things can be everything. And just as he's shouting at the top of his voice, you suddenly see, bounding towards you, this large dog-like creature, snarling and just drool dripping from its jaws, and it's heading on you at quite the pace. And at this point, I would like you to consider rolling me initiative.
The dogging fuck is that?
So yeah, there is a large dog-like creature heading towards you at pace.
What would you like us to roll?
Initiative, sorry.
Oh.
You're still clinging onto Beedo, I would imagine. What are you doing?
So, sorry, who the fuck caused this?
Well spoken again.
Dweezil, for fuck's sake.
Dweezil looks up at the dog creature, and he declares quite loudly, with song, with phrase, with sleight of hand, my very presence confounds you. Attacks astray, resist in vain. Thou art the quarry of my bane. As he casts Bane at first level against the dog, and also at Beedo, just in case Beedo gets a bit cocky. So, up to 3 creatures of my choice must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target fails this saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. And this is a 1 minute concentration spell. The target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw. So I'm casting it on the dog and on Beedo, because I'm annoyed with Beedo now. I feel like he's, if anything, he's taken my good nature, and he's...
You said call your friends, he called his friends. You know, I don't like that.
I don't like when people do what I say.
Yeah.
I like to be challenged.
He did what I said, I let him go.
Right.
He did what you said,
for the record,
you're like, I fucking hate you.
May I ask, have you still got him in a chokehold?
I let go of him.
Have you put your clothes back on?
Okay, so you've let
Yeah.
so you've let go of him and you've done this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Has anyone woken me up yet?
No.
Imagine him yelling for his friends probably woke you up, I'd have thought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I give him a bit of a kick.
So you need a charisma saving throw. Okay, so Beedo rolls a 12.
Nope.
And the other creature rolls a 18.
Correct.
Dogs well known for their charisma.
Yeah. It's a Labrador. It's a lovely big Labrador with big baby eyes.
So that counts for a whole minute, right?
Yeah.
The target must roll and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll. Okay, so he's going to have to do that every single time, which is annoying.
Krill sort of wants
okay.
to pet it. Is that weird?
Right. So Beedo now falling to his knees. Basically, he doesn't have his scimitar on him. He doesn't have any weapons on him because he lost them in the other thing. So he's going to go for unarmed combat, I guess.
Wow.
Which would be a roll plus strength, right?
Oh yeah, unarmed combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's he's going to strike out at you because obviously you've just been choking him.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. 14.
That hits.
That hits. And damage on unarmed is
It's
Strength plus 1, isn't it?
It's 1 plus strength mod.
1 plus strength from. There must be a minimum though.
No.
Because this is -1.
No.
Okay. So he hits you for 0 damage.
Nice.
He sort of just insults your your good nature, if anything. He does that, that sort of thing where you see in like southern dramas where like he just sort of takes off his gauntlet and just sort of slaps you across the face. It doesn't hurt, but it sort of hurts you inside a little bit. Moving on, Krill.
So what we've had the goblin smacked Dweezil. Krill sort of laughs. Krill's like, this dog's like gonna hurt Greg because Greg's still waking up. Greg's like, old man, geriatric. Krill's gonna use his other rage because big fucking dog makes him angry.
Do you get two
rages per long rest? I don't feel like I used one to crush the skull of the other guy.
I doubt that. That would be
an absolute waste, wouldn't it? So he sort of moves up and he sort of uses the momentum of the dog moving towards him to meet his axe in the middle. We're going like a baseball bat swing, like from behind the back. He's going to bring it right around and he's going to sort of aim for the side of his head with the great axe. 2 hands.
Okay. Roll for me, Barbie.
So 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
So he's sort of just, the dog's mouth's open and he just goes between the teeth.
Yeah, this dog-like creature being, running at you full pelt is very much he's in the mood to be dodging and weaving and diving. He sees what you're intending to do and essentially just dodges out of the way. And is missed. So that's your turn.
Can we
Dabble.
see that the dog is being ridden?
No, he's not being ridden. That token does suggest he is being ridden, but he is actually unridden.
He's not being ridden. Give me 5 minutes with him and he fucking will be.
Ugh. I'm going to move, say 1, 2, up to about here. And then I'm going to attack with my short bow.
Are you attacking the building?
No. I'm flanking. I'm hiding, essentially. So I'm going to move, up to the north. Sort of use the building as a bit of cover. Just so I can't be attacked from different angles. And go straight with that. So that's 11. So I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
11 does not hit, no. What was that with your short bow?
Yeah, short bow.
Yeah, short bow. As he's as the dog is somehow, he doesn't intend to do this, but as he's dodging the great axe, somehow he also dodges this arrow flying through the air, unintentionally, but same result. No hit on doggy. Greg.
Well, Greg's just gonna kind of wake up and go, what's going on? Then he's gonna see this massive dog thing and just attacking his friends. So he is going to use a cantrip on it, and the cantrip I'm going to use is going to be a Firebolt. So basically, I make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 1d10 fire damage. Let me just roll an attack. 16.
That does indeed hit.
Woohoo! So it's going to do 1d10 damage to Mr. Doggy, which is 2.
Hey, listen, it's still better than the great axe and the bow did. Your firebolt does manage to hit the dog and does singe it somewhat, giving it 2 damage. But you can tell this is a hardy beast that's going to take a lot more than a little bit of a singe.
Blast it! I thought we were going to have hot dogs for dinner.
So next we've got Quinch.
Beedo?
Yes. Yeah.
You okay?
Weird moment to be having a conversation.
Don't care how weird it is. How are you?
I've just attacked your friends.
Near as I can fucking tell, you failed to attack us when you were by your little bell, and your dog is the only thing that can't be hit around here, so I think I'm just gonna punch you in the head right now.
Actually, I just hit the dog.
How much damage did you do?
Doesn't matter.
Like I say,
That
Beedo,
speech was more painful than what you're going to do to me.
yes, correct. You won't feel any pain because you'll instantly die.
Okay.
14 plus.
It's weird that in character we quantify damage in numbers.
19.
I think I did it. I think I hurt him 2 last night. What did you get? Sorry,
19, but only does 4 damage.
19. But only, you've rolled the damage as well.
No, the damage is it's an unarmed strike.
Oh, you're just punching him.
Yeah, I'm punching him in the head.
Fair. Rather than actually kill him, why not just
Half-ass it?
No.
As I said, this
Duke-
will instantly kill him.
Oh, duke it out with him. You punch him square in the face, and unlike
Yeah.
the punch he dealt to Dweezil, his does take some. He does take some
Are
damage.
you raging, by
And
the
it
way? Are
instantly
you
kills
raging
him.
for extra damage?
I'm not raging, no.
Calm, cool, and
No,
collected.
why waste a rage on an unarmed striker? I would probably argue. And yeah, so he's now like offended by you punching him because he thought you were getting on until that point. He thought you were friends until he punched him.
Are you offended so much that you've instantly died?
He looks at you and goes,
No. You thought you could punch me to death? You're not the one punch man. That's meta gaming.
I don't know what that is, but in approximately 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to punch you in the head again.
So we now move on to the dog-like creature who has been taking some. Well, it's not been taking much damage, but it has been taking some attacks, and it goes for Krill, who is basically its closest target at this point.
Yeah.
And it goes to bite at him. And his bite is 13.
Nope. Nada.
So he goes to bite you, but you've been in a few battles, you know what you're doing. You manage just to sort of just nudge him out of the way as he's going to bite you. And that ends his turn.
Hey, Krill, is that a dog or a pussy cat?
Crow doesn't understand sarcasm and he goes, "It's dog. Big dog." He goes, "Pussycat very small," and then he does like the size of a pussycat with his hands to sort of make sure Quinch is aware. He's about this big pussycat. And then he points back to the dog and goes, "Big fucking dog." And then gives a thumbs up in what would be about, this is probably taking a couple of seconds. And he looks back at the dog. The dog's sort of like, and then we carry on.
and then it's Dweezil's turn to make some pithy remark potentially.
Well, Dweezil, as much as you said it hurt him inside when Beedo hit him, Dweezil simply looks at the goblin with what can only be described as a smolder that would reduce any creature to a quivering mess, any kind of quiver that you wish to imagine. And while he does that with a deft flick of his hand, he just he goes straight for Beedo's throat with his rapier, and gets a 13.
Your rapier your rapier attack is not sufficient to hit Beedo, and he manages to just dodge it. He doesn't have anything to be able to fend off or parry with, so he just manages to dodge out the way just in time as you're about to attack him.
Punched him.
With Dweezil's bonus action, Dweezil just shouts over to Daboff. Dweezil had noticed that Daboff's shot missed, and he said, "Daboff, I believe in you. You can hit this beast." And with those words, he instills Daboff with bardic inspiration, and that is my goal.
What do I get for that?
You roll a 1d6, and you can add that to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, and it can be added after seeing the roll, but not knowing the outcome.
I love that Dweezil's giving this big long speech. He's essentially sung to Dabov, pumping him up, and Dabov's just gone, so what can I do now?
Yeah, that was Dabov in character.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Thanks, I think.
Thanks, yeah.
long
Nice
does
song,
that
I
last,
guess.
Stuart?
Had a bit of a beat to it.
Stuart, how long does that last?
That lasts
Is it a minute?
for 10 minutes.
10 minutes long, yeah, basically throughout this. So we're back to Beedo, who, having been punched in the face by Quinch, decides that he's going to do the same. He's going to try and punch him.
No, you're not, you silly little prick.
Take this, you dragonborn and nothing else.
Do you even comprehend how dense my scales are?
And he punches you with a 9.
Is that
It
minus 1d4 as well?
It doesn't matter because he punches with a 9. I mean, we can minus the 4 if you want. It's minus 2, so he punches with a 7, which obviously clearly doesn't hit. So it does probably hit you, but you, like you said, you've got some scales on you, and it just sort of almost basically it does that action thing where it sort of crushes his hand almost. He's like he's just punched a big guy and it's steel. Obviously, also you're wearing armor. So that's
I feel more threatened by your dead-in-half friend.
dead in half. Krill, you're up.
Krill still, I mean, he's raging, but he still feels a bit guilty about the cut in half guy, and he's like, can we not talk about that, please? Krill's got an awful guilty conscience. It stays with him for a very long time. It's going to take him a long while to get over this one. And then, with the momentum of what was the original swing, he sort of brings the great axe back. This time, not missing, hopefully. Never intends to miss, but we'll see what happens. And the dice will tell us that as he swings backwards, he probably misses again with a 9.
Yeah. So your attack on this beast has not gone to plan.
Yeah.
And even whilst raging, your axe, you're probably raging too much. If anything, you've raged too much, and you're just senselessly just hacking and slashing, and not really putting your best into it. And the dog can tell, and it's feeling a bit sad for you.
As he swings and misses, he looks at the party and just sort of says, sorry.
Oh,
Dabov.
cool. Yeah, I'm going to go for the short bow again.
Okay.
That's a 17. No point adding the
17.
6, is there?
You can if you want, but it hits.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do sneak attack. Like that. 1d6 plus 3, and then plus a d6 for the sneak attack.
Like a D6, rolling a
is 6
D6.
for the normal damage, and then plus 2 for the sneak attack, so 8.
8 damage. This time your short bow is much more true. Hitting the creature in the flank, spilling a little blood on the floor. This time this is the first time it's taken a bit of a blow. It's still standing very much. It's by no means dead on its feet or anything like that, but you're suddenly starting to make some inroads.
Got my sights in.
Damaging. Yeah. Greg.
Well, first off, I would like to apologise because, Greg in his forgetful ways, he forgot to add his modifiers onto his last damage. So he should have done an extra 6, but we'll just forget that because, he forgets it. Yep. I also didn't realise that I get disadvantaged if I'm within 5 feet in casting a spell. Ooh, that's not good. But I'm nowhere near 5 feet, so it doesn't really matter.
No, you're about 15, 20 foot away, so you're good.
So this time, Gregomel's going to remember that he gets bonuses, and he's going to go, I want my hot dogs! With that, he's just gonna shoot wherever this goes. Oh, that there, boys and girls, is a natty 20.
Whoa!
Natty 20 hits, definitely, obviously. And you get your damage, which is 13.
5 damage there with the crit. Makes it 8. 8
damage. So yeah, you get You get 8 damage on the firebolt. This one making again taking a bigger singe. There's a nice little black spot on the on the beast now, and it's starting to wane somewhat. Also, for the record, I want T-shirts of Greg's face saying, "I want my hot dog." In fact, out of context. Right. So that's Greg's turn. I assume you're not moving or anything, Greg?
No, he's just going to continue to stand where he is, slightly cowering behind the slightly bigger chaps.
Okay.
But obviously
so
not making it look like that's what he's doing.
Next up, the purebred dragonborn.
Beedo, your eyes, they look upon me with the assumption, once again, that I am of pure blood, and I tell you I am not. Now, Beedo, let me put an end to what has been, surely, the most pathetic and embarrassing end to a life that I'm sure you will have ever encountered.
Are we getting to a point?
Beedo, if this has not been the saddest day of your life, then I pity you so dreadfully. Quinch slams his fist into Beedo, into his head, killing him instantly with.
Killing him instantly with a. What number would that be if you had to quantify how hard you punched him? Would it be a?
It'd be 7.
It would be a 7 out of 20. No, a 7 out of 20 does not. Again, he's a little wiry little son of a gun. He's dodging rapiers. He's dodging punches. He's still going.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, maybe if the barbarian used a weapon to kill, it might be dead by now. But anyway, so next up is we're back to the big doggy beast. He's still very much in combat with Krill. He's gonna go for his bite with the -4. That is 3.
No, there's no -4 on the big dog because the bane didn't work.
Oh, you're right, it did. In which case, it's a 5. So yeah, five doesn't. No, so you're very much in the pattern of missing each other.
It's
bizarre.
weird looking.
People from distance can hit him, but the big half orc with the axe just can't. He can't get him, and the big dog can't bite the big orc. Right, Dweezil.
Right, well, I'll finish this stupid little goblin off so that Quinch can do something more useful.
Do you want to give him a speech or anything before you hit him? Or?
I'll be honest with you. By this stage, Dweezil's just very, very fed up with Beedo. He's fed up with the fact that Quinch, who in Dweezil's eyes is the strongest, the most brutal member of our party, is wasting his time on a goblin.
Alright, fucking hell.
When he should have been fighting the big dog.
Don't I feel shat on?
So Dweezil will again rapier, bringing it back round to slice at the goblin's jugular, and this time we have a 22.
22 hits.
So we will have that's for 1d8 plus 3. So let's roll a d8. We're doing excellent 10 damage.
10 damage. This time, your rapier does manage to. How do you want to do it?
Just straight across his jugular, slit his throat, clean.
Okay. Your rapier goes, as you say, clean across his jugular. Blood spurting out. A little bit lands on Quinch for good effect. Across his face, like diagonal, there's just like a blood splatter diagonally across his purebred dragonborn face, and just Beedo just goes down, holding his throat, going,
Not again.
Well, it looks like Beedo's no longer about.
Dweezil loudly proclaims, "So your punch did kill him, Quinch."
We killed the beast.
Krill sort of coughs and points at a dog.
So that's the end of your turn. You can you can move if you want. You've not moved.
Dweezil, now that he's free from the risk of an opportunity slap from the goblin that couldn't hurt him, will move not into combat with the big stupid thing, but across here so that he's got a clear view of it.
Dweezil, do you want to just come north a couple of squares or 10 feet?
No.
Okay.
Out of interest, was the goblin that couldn't hurt him, was that the one of the Harry Potter books? Or anyway, moving on. Krill, it's your turn.
Krill is sort of
Krill, who I would definitely call the most vicious of the
Krill
party.
blushes and sort of acts a bit coy and is very grateful for this mystical being that doesn't actually exist, the DM.
He's just heard a voice in his own head.
You are the most brutal barbarian because you've always been a barbarian. You're not doing it because it's cool and trendy. You're not jumping on the barbarian bandwagon, he says. He gives sort of a side-eye stink to Quinch. And then he says, I'll show you what a fucking barbarian does. He lifts the axe above his head. And my God, if he misses, he will probably be a different character by the next episode where he ultimately kills himself for being a bad barbarian. So yeah, we're doing the same thing again. Great axe. This time he's lifting it above his head. He was raging before, but now he's fueled by the rage of feeling like he's very much being stood on a little. Toes stepped on a bit. He has to prove that he is a cool as fuck barbarian. So let's do it. Ready? It's a 14. It's a 14 hit. Oh, fuck yeah! Sorry. I mean, Krill, that was Krill. That wasn't me. That was Krill. Krill went, oh, fuck yeah. And then he comes down, boom, straight down, 9, and then we've got a little +2 from raging. He's aiming for the noggin, if possible, please, Nate.
Okay. So the axe comes down with just that extra soupçon of rage and strength and power. And at this point, I'd say, how do you want to kill him?
I want to slice his skull in half whilst saying the word soupçon, which Krill was unfamiliar with.
Fuck yeah, soupçon! As the axe comes down towards the skull of the creature. It doesn't this time. This is obviously a much sturdier beast than the goblin that you killed a moment ago. It doesn't manage to go the whole way through. It very much embeds itself into sort of the back of the skull and the nape of the neck, and is buried in. The dog dies instantly, very much, but you don't manage to make it the whole way through at this point. But that is the end
before
of
I end my
that
turn,
creature.
I just sort of peer over at Dweezil and just give him like a huh to sort of indicate that I am in fact the tougher barbarian, just to cement that fact. I will quickly run inside to the church, grab the two halves of the goblin, come outside and sort of hold them up like a two-piece suit to go, look what I did. Your mate punched a guy twice and failed. I've split this guy in two and killed a big fucking dog.
Quinch's punch on the goblin literally made his head go backwards so that his throat opened up and he died.
Oh, he punched him and slightly repositioned him. This guy's in two pieces. I throw the left half about 30 foot in that direction. I throw the other half 30 foot in that direction, and sort of go. It's easy to reposition someone when they're in two fucking pieces. and then his rage sort of fades, and then he sort of does like breathing exercises. Woosa, woosa. And then he sort of like doesn't really know what's happened in the last couple of minutes.
Soupçon.
And then he's calm again, wondering why the goblin is sort of split in two across the courtyard. Woosa.
Okay, I'm going to cast my poison dragon breath on the dog. Wait, where's the dog gone?
It's there. For all intents and purposes, it's there.
Dweezil, did you kill him?
No, I think you killed him, Quinch. I think you killed him.
Oh,
No, who are you talking about? The goblin?
The dog.
The
I
dog.
can only assume I did it in one of my famous blackout rages.
Krill commits suicide. It's weird that you're saying this as Krill is still trying to dislodge the axe from the skull as you take credit for the kill.
I'd like to welcome all of our listeners to the award-winning podcast, Barbarian versus Barbarian, with side characters.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Dice and Desire. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave us a review. Also, go check out our Instagram and Twitter pages. The handle for both is Dice and Desire. So, until next time, stay safe, adventurers.